Hi everybody, it's Judy here at River City Sewing bringing you this week's video news. Well, this week at River City Sewing, it's more of Christmas coming to town here at River City. We're starting to bring out our Christmas ranges. You would have already seen in the last couple of weeks, a lot of our social media go out with our Christmas ranges. So if you haven't got your Christmas sewing on yet, then why not come in and take a closer look at some of the great fun lines we've got. We've got some new product in. We have some Kimberbell lines, a cup of cheer. We've sort of got some other fun ranges that you would see just for Christmas. So why not come in and take a look at those? There's some fun things I got a couple of weeks ago with these. Now, this is Lorry Holt binding. Now, it's a 1/2 inch bias tape, but look how much fun that is, right? It's, let's see, 6 yards, pre-made out of Lorry Holt fabric, all bias cut. And I can just imagine if you were doing lots of little sewing, you were binding pieces and you were using a lot of this fun Lorry Holt fabric or something that was sort of small print and you wanted all the binding to happen, well, this is pre-made and it's really super special. So this is what they call the denim, blossom denim. Okay, you can see that's just gorgeous. It almost didn't go out on the shelf because I liked it so much. The other one is this beautiful grey. Okay, so it's called it's called Ditzy Grey. There you go. So blossom denim, Ditzy Grey. Look how fun that is. And it's all 1/2 inch bias tape. So that would finish some projects really nicely. So if you were looking for something a little bit different and you didn't want to make your own bias for that little project, this is 1/2 inch bias. So it's that you can see that it's really pretty. So why not come in, have a look. And if we don't have it, we can order some more, all right? So if someone's beat you to it, then why not put an order in, we can get some more of it. But that's a lot of fun. It's basically $43.95, but it's pre-made, it's different, and you know, it's a lot of fun with these particular prints. Okay, there's not a lot of these available, but they are available. And look, they come on this little big wooden spool, which is really cute as well. So, but 6 yards, that's a lot of bias on there. So it saves you having to measure it, cut it, iron it, do all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's worth it. So that's one of the new things that we've got in the last little while. The other thing I wanted to mention today was the beautiful Creative Icon 2. Now, many of you may be having some machines that are, you know, that you need an upgrade. Okay, so with the Creative Icon 2, it's a gorgeous machine, Wi-Fi enabled, has access to the MySewNet library with over 8,000 designs, but it's just full and packed with features. Absolutely fantastic sewing machine, as well as a superb embroidery machine. So if you are a PFAFF person and you were looking to upgrade your machine, whether it was a 75, one of the old 75 series, the Sensation, the Creative Vision, any of those, why not come and have a look? We do still have access to Creative Icon 1 and Creative Icon 2, and both of those machines are exceptional. So why not, if you're thinking about upgrade of a machine, come and talk to us. There is an opportunity to do some trade-ins if you talk to our team. All right, so why not? Treat yourself. If you love your embroidery and you love your sewing and you do love PFAFF, then why not come in and see us and get a great deal? Maybe trade up your existing PFAFF to something new and exciting in the Icon series. So get in and have a look. They are amazing machines. I mean, their capabilities are quite great. They're great. But the beauty is that they do a 10-inch hoop. So if you are used to using your 360 by 200 hoop as your largest single hooping, well, this one expands that even more up to the 360 by 260 hoop. So lots of fun things. They've even brought out as an optional accessory a 200 by 200 metal hoop that is available to go on to this machine as well. So lots of things if you wanted to do some quilting, big metal hoop to do some of your quilts with as embroidery, and look, lots of capabilities there. So why not come in and have a look at the amazing Icon series from PFAFF. So one of the really fun Husqvarnas that has been out for a little while now is the Designer Ruby 90. Now the Designer Ruby 90 is the same height as the Epic when it first came out. It's the same styling as the Epic. We now have the Epic 2, which has the dual feed brought into it as well, so you've got that built in. But the Husqvarna Designer Ruby 90 is the same size. It has beautiful large 10-inch hoop, which is great. So it gives you the ability to do much larger embroideries. I will take all the existing Husqvarna hoops, and it's just a beautiful machine to be working on, which is really nice. So if you have an older Husqvarna and you think you might want to upgrade to something a little bit newer, then why not take a look at the Ruby 90? It's just an amazing machine. And the beauty of this is that you also have access to the MySewNet library once you connect your machine to Wi-Fi, okay? When you're connected to Wi-Fi, it enables the MySewNet library, and you've got not only the designs that are in the machine, but over 8,000 other designs that you can download directly to the machine from the library. Now, 8,000 designs, that's a lot of money in those designs, right? So you have access to all of those, all different types, all different quilting designs, line designs. You have embellished designs, all these different designs. So it's like having an extra, library of bonuses that's available in your machine, and you don't have to do anything other than connect your machine to Wi-Fi, and then it's available for you. Now, not all Husqvarnas have this option. So the new Ruby 90 does, the Epic 2 does, and the new Designer Sapphire does as well. But this is a great machine. The reason I say if you've got a Designer Diamond, Designer Diamond Royale, an SE, Designer One, is it gives you a little bit more space as well, a little bit more height, better lighting, all those different things, and a much bigger screen and much easier to use. So why not come in and have a look at the new Husqvarna Designer Ruby 90. We've also got our wonderful Designer Epic 2 here, and it's just beautiful, and it's still, we're taking offers on our demo model, so why not take advantage of that? So there will be some of these models running up to Christmas aren't on sale. So if you are thinking of trading in one of your machines to upgrade to another one, why not call in and see us? Okay, we'll consider taking a trade on your machine. So one of the fine ranges that we have here is this One Fine Day from Bonnie and Camille. Now you can see that we've got quite a bit of fat quarter bundle. We've got a little bit of coordinate left, but we've got some charm squares and some jelly rolls and layer cakes. Everything's here. This is a beautiful collection of all different print. As you can see, it's got a gorgeous navy going through the reds and the yellows and the oranges. It's just really lovely. So if you're thinking of something fresh and bright for the summer, you want to make some new placemats, or you want to make a quilt, or you want to make something for your home, why not come and have a look at this range? There's lots in here that you can see. Jelly roll fans, there's some beautiful jelly rolls in here with that collection. So, you've got all that lovely luscious color in there. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, maybe change your colorways from, darks to lights, or just, if you've never sewn with a Bonnie and Camille range before, it's just really, really fun. So why not come in and have a look at those? Like we said, we've got some fat eighth packs, we've got some fat quarter packs, and the fat eighth packs, if you don't need quite as much fabric, but you still need it to be more than a jelly roll, well, these might be very nice for you. As you can see, this is a fat eighth and this is a fat quarter pack. Okay, so you can see much more fabric here, a little bit less fabric here, but still giving you some variety. All right, so why not come in and have a look at this range? It's all here waiting for you, and we can always put some extra coordinate with it. We can always supplement it out with either some Bella, some Grunge, or one of the other colour ranges we have here as well. So come in and have a look at that. That's the Bonnie and Camille One Fine Day. For those of you who like Janet Clare, then we have a selection of Janet Clare here as well. But the one thing I wanted to highlight, and I've had it here for ages, and I've made one of these myself, and it's really quite fun. It's Janet Clare's Artisan Apron, and basically it's like a crossover apron. It's really a lot of fun. You can decorate it as much as you like, and it's really quite lovely. And this one she's made from linen or cotton. Basically you need 2 meters for the outside, 2 meters for the lining, but you can decorate it, embroider it, do whatever you like. I've actually made one here when I've embroidered on the River City logos and wording for when I'm at the show, and it's really quite comfortable to wear. So these ones we've had for a little while. I've put it in with all the Janet Clare items, so you can see, well, not those ones, but you can see that there's lots of Janet Clare here. We've got her beautiful blues range. We've got this range, which was To the Sea. She's got a beautiful, neutral color palette, which appeals to a lot of people. The other one that when it was in this range is this is a pre-quilted pillow kit. So if you wanted to do some embroidery, we've quilted this beautiful nautical Essex linen on our machines, cut it, lined it, and basically you've just got to put the zipper in and embroider on top of it, and you will have a beautiful linen cushion. So if you like the idea of making something that's quilted and gorgeous, but you want to do a little bit of embroidery, well, this is like a pillow blank that we've made up here using this gorgeous Essex linen, which is just beautiful. And yeah, we've got a couple of those kits still here, and it's got the zippers already for you inside in this little kit. It's pre-quilted, so even if you don't want to embroider on it, you just want to have a really nice cushion, then why not come in and grab one of these? There's a few of these available here. There's about three or four. Why not come in and get them and give your lounge a bit of a facelift? You want to get some nice blue, this gorgeous blue, then come in and see us. We've still got a few of those kits available. So you never know what you find here at River City Sewing. So as our sewing projects continue, sometimes we run out of things and we forget that until we get to the next project that it's gone. So now might be a good time to have a look at your stash in your sewing room and doing a little bit of a stock take and seeing what needs to be replaced and what needs to be upgraded. Now, over time, our scissors will start to blunten off, and you will have some items that you need to replenish. And there's lots of them here. A couple of them I want to point out, especially if you're an embroiderer, are your scissors, especially ones with a super fine point on the end. If you're doing lots and lots of embroidery and you're doing cutting waddings and things like that, sometimes your points may not be as sharp as they used to. So why not think about having a look at what you have in your stash and what scissors you have, because they do blunt off after a little while, depending on what we're cutting through. So there's some interesting, we've got the Famore really nice fine point scissors with the curved ends. We've also got the snippers. We've got the fun purple scissors, which I love as well. We've got lots of different ones here. We've got the Karen K Buckley ones, if you're an applicator who likes those serrated edges. We've got a few of those in. So I've also got the kits of all the different sets of embroidery or sewing scissors in there as well. So they represent really good value. I mean, these are $150, $195, but you get some really nice, you get 5 tools in there, and you get to keep them in a really nice little container here that keeps them nice and safe and looks after your scissors, especially if you're coming to class. Now with these ones here, you have your duckbill, you have your ultra fine point, you have the curved point, you have the squizzes, which are like the I call them squizzes, but they're sort of like you push them and then they open. And then you have the really super fine tweezers with the really sharp point. They can get into areas and give you that almost like an extra hand near the machine. So they're in the set. So that is really good because you got everything at your fingertips when you need them. So if you haven't upgraded your scissors in a little while, this may be a really good one. They're really good quality as well, which is nice. The other ones we had were this little set. If you're thinking about buying someone a gift, is these little scissor sets. They're $37.95. Inside, we've just opened this one up so you can see it's got a little gift box, and you've got the tape measure, the match, these beautiful embroidery style scissors inside. So it doesn't matter what kind of sewing you might do or what your friend might have, there's a nice present for them for Christmas, as giving them a gift box set for those. So they'll always have a tape measure and they'll always have a nice pair of scissors. So every time they use their scissors, they'll remind them of you. Some of the other things are seam rippers. Now, seam rippers over time, depending on how much you're actually unpicking, okay? Lots of times we go through, we use it a lot, which some of us do. They will, again, these are tools that they have a sharp edge and then they start to blunt off. Rotary cutter blades are another one. So these kind of things, if you're struggling with the equipment that you have there, and you're wondering why isn't this cutting, or it could be just past its life. So a lot of these things are here to replenish with. So don't struggle with it. Have a look at your stash. I'm going through mine at the moment and finding all these old seam rippers that aren't all that sharp. So I get it. Pins, make sure they're not rusty. If they are rusty, you don't want that on your fabric, right? So why not upgrade some of your fun everyday sewing materials and stop putting up with rusty pins and seam rippers that aren't sharp and all those kinds of things come in. We've got a lot of different varieties here for you to look at. So come and have a look. For those of you who are dressmakers, we've got some really nice dressmaking scissors as well. All different sizes. We've got pinking shears. We've got all those kinds of things. So there's a bit of variety for everybody. Also, for those people who don't have, have issues with some of the scissors that they can't get their hands in very well, there's some different types of scissors that we have here as well that help you with that, and lots of fun notions that we carry. I mean, who doesn't love gadgets and haberdashery, right? Well, I'm a haberdashery girl, so having a lot of these fun things around us with the projects that we're doing is really a lot of fun and makes the job easy, more professional finish, and it just helps you get through those projects without any hassle. So once you've got all sharp equipment, it's very, very good. Okay, so have a look at your stash. We've got lots of fun things here. Some of these for mending, that's not on my agenda. I don't know if it's yours, but if it is, we've got a lot of the menders here. A lot of the fashion, like the snaps and the eyelets, and look, a whole heap of stuff. Plus, we've got a whole lot. We've got every type of buy any bag fitting, the webbing, the mesh. We've got the fold over elastic. We've got now coloured zippers. Everything's here. So if you're looking for something in that line, come and see us here at River City Sewing. One of the fun things about being in a store and doing what you love is that you see so many things and you can't resist, and that's me. I look at things like rulers and designs and new ideas, and I get excited and then start saying, hey, I think everyone else is going to love it too. On our wall here, we've started to get more and more creative grids rulers for the reason that they are simply amazing rulers. They have a long slip coating on the back that helps you hold your ruler on the fabric a little bit easier so that you can cut without it slipping too much. I mean, if you put too much pressure, it will still move. But just as a normal everyday ruler, they can transform how you rotary cut your fabric. I've just recently changed all of my rulers out to creative grids, and I would say to anybody, if you have trouble with your rulers and they're slipping, why not try a creative grids ruler? They will last you a very long time. They are well signposted, and the other reason I like them, even though we've sold a lot of the neon colored rulers and all those, this one, how they work is they have your numbers go from this end in white, they're your even numbers, and then you've got 1/2 inch increments the other way. So sometimes when you're looking to measure, and I found this when I was making something the other day, that I was looking to cut it at say 5.5. We're also used to going and looking at our numbers as, even numbers like 1 through to 12. Well, on this ruler, if I put it the right way, which is coming from this end, it goes in 1/2 inch increments and gives me a dot that tells me the number. Revolutionary. Now on the back, you see all these grey little dots. This is all the non-slip zone. It goes right around the edge of the ruler, and then they have these little dots all the way through the ruler to help grip on the fabric. So it depends on the ruler how many it's on. Like this is a 12.5 inch by 6.5. So it's like a standard size ruler, and look how many dots is on the back of it. It's just amazing. All right, so creative grids rulers, they are really, really nice. And the other thing I wanted to mention too is if you are mixing your ruler types, you may be inaccurate with your cutting, because obviously this ruler system here has different markings here, a bit like if you're interchanging rulers, these might not be quite as accurate working together. All right, so if you are like me, and sometimes I have a little bit of trouble even with some grip on the back of the rulers, why not try a couple of these creative grids ones? I doubt that you will turn back. And the beauty is, on every single ruler, no matter if it's a straight ruler like this or a specialty ruler like the pineapples or all of those, it's got a QR code that'll take you to a tutorial for every single one. So say for example on the creative grids, we've got a 60-degree triangle. Okay, again, these have an instruction book on them. Underneath here, all the elements around the outside have a non-slip grippy part underneath on every edge, which really helps, plus all the way through the ruler at the back. You can't see these ones under here, but every single ruler has a QR code with a tutorial, which is really great, because if you lose that little bit of paper and you think, oh God, I've lost it, then you can use that QR code to go to the tutorial so that you'll never lose how to use that ruler again. So there's a lot here. So we've got some large 60-degree rulers. We've got, obviously, we've got heaps of the different square types. I've got a whole different lot of different size squares that came in so that you can try them out. We've got some really fun small ones. Now this little one, if you want to put this in your sew stash to come to class, it's 2.5 inches wide, so same width as a jelly roll strip. But every one of these little red markers, it says, I love my quilting friends. All those little red markers are non-slip hearts all the way through. So those little ones are all non-slip, which is really fun. And that would fit in your stash, of your sew stash when you came to class, if you're doing lots of jelly roll. Look, there's pineapples, there's scallops, there's all different things. And even the creative grids with the quilting rulers, now whether it's low shank or for your frames, your high shank ones, they've all got that little non-slip grippy area around the edge, plus the little dots in the middle to hold it on your fabric. So that's creative grids, and they do have loads of rulers. We don't have them all. We don't have the room, but we're getting more and more all the time. So if you're in the market to upgrade your ruler stash, why not come and try a few? We've got quite a few rulers here. the staple ruler for this one, there is a 18.5 inch by 8.5 inch. So it's a little bit wider than normal, but again, you can see just how many non-slip grippy parts there is to this ruler, all around the edges, all around the back. So, you know, they work really well together. So why not have a look at some of the creative grids we have here at River City Sewing. There's not only just your squares and your rectangles, like we said, we've got some specialty rulers as well, like pineapples. We have the new beautiful new Alaska ruler, which is great too, and you can see some of the fun designs that it can do. And we have a tutorial as well. We also have some patterns that use this type of ruler. So you've got two types of ruler on this one up here at the top, and you've got another one here at the bottom to give you all the fun shapes to do those. So there is lots of great things that you may not have tried before, but with the right ruler may be a new project for you. So come and have a look. So for all the Kimberbell lovers out there, look, there's more and more digital designs coming up online at our website. This month we have the little sandwich bag that's available. Now, those digital dealer exclusive designs, basically you buy it at our website, we send your details to Kimberbell, and if you have a Kimberbell account, if you sign into Kimberbell and make an account there, it'll be delivered into your Kimberbell account for you to download and have a little bit of fun with, okay? But you come in and buy it from us here, and then it gets delivered to your account. So if you've seen one that's passed, you know, there's quite a few. There's some from last year, and there's been already 8 this year coming up. They're all available for you to purchase, and then we can organise to have that assigned to your Kimberbell account for download. So they're a lot of fun. But behind me is our wall of Kimberbell products. We've got fabrics down here as well. We've got a range of her basics here. But we've also got some fun embellishments, and we've got, for those of you who are Kimberbell lovers, we've got the Experience of Creativity binders, which came out, and they're here. And that's a great way to store all of your instructions and all of those fun things from Kimberbell. We also have a range of Kim's choices in the colorways. So these are fabrics that have been curated by Kim. Like this is the winter collection, and this is the spring collection. Okay, so if you only want a little bit for some of your Kimberbell designs, but you want them all to match, and you like a few different types, then why not consider one of these fat quarter bundles. We also have some of these bundles into, like this is the winter, as we said, in jelly rolls. We also have this is the spring one, like we've had in the fat quarter pack. There's also summer, which is really the nice and brights, and we have the fall one, which looks like Halloween with the purples and all that kind of stuff as well. So the nice thing is we also have in her range the solids. Where are we? This is some of the solids we have off the bolt. This range of solids, it colour coordinates with a lot of the Kimberbell fabrics themselves. So come on in and have a look. Like we said, our Kimberbell Cup of Cheer, we brought that back out with some of the collection from the Cup of Cheer. We've still got some of those embroidery designs, booklets available, and we can order more of those. So if you missed out on Cup of Cheer last year, you can get stuck in. And if you want coordinates in the solids, we have those as well. So have a look at some of the things that we have here at the store with Kimberbell. We've got all our felts. We have a lot of the vinyls. We have, those of you who'd like to missed out on Love Notes, we still have a few kits of that, which is a lot of fun. We have the Oh So Delightful, which is the sewing room version of a set of designs. They're available here as well. We have a kit. One kit still available with all the fabric from the Vintage Flora range to do that. And this one doesn't have the embellishment kit in it, but we do have those available if you'd like. This is the last one we have in the So Delightful kits with the pattern book. So if you'd like those embellishment kits, we've got those as well. So if you like that design with the sewing machine and it has enough fabric to do your other projects as well, why not come in? And that's the other projects inside. So enough fabric in there from that new vintage flora range. So, and the embellishment kit's quite fun. And even if you didn't want to do the oh so delightful range of fabric kits, these embellishment kits you can buy separately, and there's lots of fun things inside them. So if you need a little bit more embellishments but you don't want to buy individual pieces, then maybe one of these embellishment kits is fun. And it's got the little strawberries inside. There's strawberries and the blooming pins with the little flowers on top, all those kinds of things. So look, it's a lot of fun. And if you're a Kimberbell fan, you might like to buy one of those. So why not get your Kimberbell on, come into River City and have a look around at what we have from Kimberbell. So this collection of fabric called Daisy's Blue Work almost didn't go out on the shelf because I thought it was just amazing. So this is, I only got a couple of these in with our Christmas lines. It is beautiful, and if you like that china plate look, if we call it the china plate, the blue and white, then this particular collection is great. Now with this, it's 22 pieces in the collection, and there's a panel in there. Now I haven't seen the panel, but that's the one at the bottom, so that'll be interesting because I haven't seen the panel out. But you've got 22 pieces including the panel, and this one, if you're an embroiderer, you could do a lot of fun with that panel because I've just looked at it from the back. Now I remember when I was a kid, my nana taught me how to do lazy daisies and things like that, so you can imagine if you have some leftover sashiko threads or things like that, you could do amazing things with this panel. So Daisy's Blue Work, that's what it's all about. Have a look at that one. There's only a couple of them here at the store, and you never know, you might be able to do some hand embroidery and make something absolutely beautiful with this collection. So that's all we've got time for this week, and we're looking forward to seeing you in store. Don't forget, take a look at the calendar for classes coming up, and if you have any queries about anything you saw in the video, then come and see our team here at the store for more information. So from Judy and all the team, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you back in store next week, and to all of you, bye for now.